Welcome back to Whole Future, guys. Dr. Benjamin Vanillas here. Wanted to make a video about the recent news that the United States has lowered the threshold for high blood pressure. So I want to talk a little bit about this, why I think it's a good thing, but also why I think it's a bad thing, and what you need to know and what this means for you and your health. So first off, heart disease is the #1 killer of Americans, okay? And high blood pressure is the best leading indicator to show that you are at risk for heart disease. So it's a silent killer, essentially. You don't know if you have high blood pressure until you get tested for it. So you really want to get tested for it if you don't know. And that being said, if you have high blood pressure, you're at high risk for a heart attack. So it's very important that you get that under control. So the U.S. government has basically taken, not the U.S. government, I think it's the American Heart Association. I'm not sure exactly what governing body, if it was the AMA or the AHA or who decided this, but they've said that instead of 140/80 being hypertension, that 130/80 is now. So what does that mean? Well, that means that more people are now diagnosed with high blood pressure, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because essentially there are people walking around out there who thought they were good at 130, but you're still at risk for a major cardiac event, and it's likely only going to creep up higher. So that's a good thing. The bad thing is their recommendations for these people. So they say 130/80, you should eat more fruits and vegetables and exercise more, talk to your doctor. 140/80, they want to put you on medication. And so they've essentially lowered the threshold for medication. So what does this mean? Now more people are eligible to be put on medication. And I want to talk about why I don't think this is the best idea. Because essentially these blood pressure medications do not treat the root cause of high blood pressure, which is the buildup of plaque in your arteries. Medications have all these clever tricks to, make the number on the blood pressure meter go down, like diuretics, and so you have less water in your system, so you have less blood volume, so the heart doesn't have to pump it as hard, or beta blockers, which essentially trick the nervous system into not making the heart pump so hard, but it doesn't do anything about the plaque that's building up in your arteries that ultimately causes the heart attack. So you can lower the actual blood pressure number on the reading, and you maybe live a few years longer, but ultimately you're really avoiding the leading cause of death. I mean, if these medications work, it wouldn't be the leading cause of killing Americans. Not to mention, these drugs have side effects. It's sometimes very dangerous and unpleasant side effects. And in fact, they can drop your blood pressure so low that if your blood pressure isn't high enough and you're put on medication, you can have a risk of having too low a blood pressure, and you can die from that. So what they really have to do is they have to weigh the risks of if the medications lower your blood pressure so much, and they can be so dangerous that they only want to put you on it if the risk of dying from a heart attack is higher than dying from the medication, because 100,000 people every year are killed by prescription medications used in the manner prescribed, that's a lot of people, okay? It's one of the top 10 causes of death. So medications, I don't think it's the best approach. And honestly, so they say, well, change your diet, eat more fruits and vegetables. The DASH diet and the Mediterranean diet, and a lot of these diets that are supposed to address heart disease are not very effective, okay? And so what we've seen, though, and I've done this in private practice for a long time now, is we get people on a whole food plant-based diet. We can get their blood pressure down to the normal range where they don't need medications. 120/80 is easy. In fact, I think the ideal should be like 100/70. That's perfectly easy to get people to, and you really greatly reduce your risk of cardiac mortality. And clinical studies have shown it's like 99.7% decrease of risk. And you look at like Caldwell-Esselstyn studies. So I think these guidelines are more of a sham to essentially just put more people on medications. Look, people are dying of heart attacks, but the medications aren't solving the problem. Otherwise, cardiac mortality, heart attacks would not be the leading cause of death. So if you don't want to die, you want to lower your blood pressure through diet and exercise. And I got you covered. Dr. Ben's got you covered. I wrote a quick ebook. It's a free ebook. You can download it. I'll put a link below. Shows you great ways to lower your blood pressure naturally through diet approaches that actually work. So if you're interested in that, you can click the link below. You sign up for my email list, and you get the free ebook. A lot of good information in there. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give it a thumbs up or a like. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I will catch you guys next video. Thanks for watching.